Welcome back. This is episode 3 of Kids Can Memorize the Books of the Bible. Today we are going into the time of Kings. Last time we learned about the 3 books of the time of Judges. And before that we learned about the 5 books of the Torah or the Pentateuch. And today, so that's a total of 8. Today we're going to learn 6, which is more than we've ever learned before. But we'll then have a total of 14 books memorized by today, by this third session. So, all you have to do, though, is not memorize 6 words, but 3 words. The first is a name, Samuel. The second is this is a time of kings. And the third is a new word, which I'll define later, Chronicles. But before we begin, we always have to start off with a joke, right? So the joke today is, why was Goliath so surprised that David had defeated him? Because it was only in that moment that it hit him in the head. Get it? All right, let's start off. The first book that we need to remember is Samuel. He was the last judge, and he was the first prophet to the kings. So all we have to remember is the word Samuel. And he has 2 books, 1st and 2nd Samuel. And we're talking about the time of the kings, and so we will know that the next book is the 1st and 2nd Kings. And I'll tell you a little bit about the time of the kings. 1st Samuel talks about Samuel, the last judge, and how he anointed the first king. Who was the first king? Not David, Saul. But then 2nd Samuel tells of the second king and the king that God had chosen, which was King David. Which reminds me, we need another joke about King David. Who is the greatest babysitter mentioned in the Bible? Give up? David, because he rocked Goliath to sleep. Get it? Okay, my bad. All right, so we move on from 2nd Samuel to 1st Kings, and 1st Kings introduces David's son, the 3rd king of Israel, Solomon, and all the kings that followed him. And at the end of 1st Kings, we are introduced to a prophet named Elijah. And then we go into 2nd Kings. Elijah ends his leadership, his ministry as a prophet to Israel and to the kings of Israel. And 1st Kings shows all of the miracles that Elijah had performed to show the Israelites that he was given authority to speak on God's behalf. And he also spoke against the many wicked kings that followed David and Solomon. There were a few righteous kings here and there, but for the most part, there were many wicked kings. 2nd Kings, we move from Elijah to Elisha, who also performed many miracles and also ministered to the Israelites while they were under the ruling power of many tyrant kings as well. And then we get into the 3rd book, Chronicles, 1st and 2nd Chronicles. And the word chronicle means a record or a history. And so the Chronicles retell the stories of the kings in this time. And 1st Chronicles starts with talking about Adam to David, and with focusing on David. And then 2nd Chronicles focuses on the kings that followed David and how the kingdom had become divided and how the kingdom had fallen to foreign nations and how they ended up in exile. Exile means that they were cast out of their country, and that's what's going to be our next session. So to recap, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, and 1st and 2nd Chronicles. 6 books: Samuel, Kings, Chronicles. Very easy. All right, next time we will learn about the exile and the return. Oh, wait, I forgot. I have a joke about Samson. Where was Samson's temple located? No, that's not where it was located. On the side of his head. That's where his temple was located. Get it? Okay. All right. We'll see you next time.